This is the Columbus module, our high fidelity mock-up. And really we've got a number of different things in this module.
Smaller than I thought.
Yes, it is, but then only one person has to work in here, so for one person it's quite a large piece of space. It's a laboratory primarily, but it needs to provide so much because firstly it needs to be a safe place where you can live and work. So we need to have good clean airflow, we need to have smoke detection, we need to have water pumped around the whole module for cooling and heating, all of that kind of management. We need electrical power supply. These scientific experiments need other gases like nitrogen or access to a vacuum for research. So this module provides all of that for us to be able to live and work in it and to be able to do the science.
So show us around.
Yes, so I mean, for example, down here we have a number of our water pumps, and this is where a lot of our water and air is maintained in a clean and healthy state. Here you can see a lot of electrical cables. This is one of our main power distribution points, which is managing all of that energy that's coming in from the solar panels outside of the space station, or the batteries if we happen to be in the night cycle, and that power is coming in here and distributed to all of these different modules. And then, for example, something like up here would be the fluid science laboratory, where we might be doing all sorts of scientific experiments. We also have...
So how will you be doing experiments? Those have got kind of test tubes and things up there.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't look like much, but what we actually have is panels there where we'll be actually removing, and we'll remove scientific modules that might be either on a centrifuge, or they might be having all sorts of video cameras attached to them so that we can see what's going on, and the people on the ground can monitor and observe these experiments as well. So each different experiment, or payload as we call them, can do a number of different tasks. Some of them have freezers on them. Some of them, for example, the biological ones, we can handle hazardous or toxic materials inside of those. And some of them we'll actually be hooking ourselves up to, our own bodies, and we'll be doing medical tests on as well.
Fantastic. And this looks interesting.
Yeah, this is the biolab. So one of the modules where we can handle toxic substances in a clean and safe environment.
So you put your hands through there and...
That's right,
do your
yes.
experiments.
You put your hands in there and do your experiment, perform it in a clean environment, and then you'll be able to dispose of any toxic waste in a clean environment as well.
And I suppose you don't yet know what it's like to be doing these experiments while floating around. That must be even more complicated.
That is, and you know, we have these these bars here which can be removed on these tracks, and you can place them wherever you want, either for good handholds or actually as footholds where you can hook your feet in them and provide some sort of stable work platform. And that's very important, as you say. If you're doing a delicate task inside the biological laboratory, then you need to have a good stable working position.